The year is 2025. Donald J. Trump, defying all expectations, is back in the Oval Office. His inauguration speech, a whirlwind of promises, pronouncements, and one very interesting word: crypto. The Donald was back, and this time he had Bitcoin on his mind. The world watched with bated breath. What would a second Trump term mean for the global economy? For the United States' role on the world stage? And perhaps most intriguingly, for the future of cryptocurrency? Trump, never one to shy away from bold moves, had a plan. He envisioned a future where the United States once again asserted its dominance, not just through military might, but through economic innovation. And at the heart of this new economic revolution, cryptocurrency. The first 100 days of Trump's second term were a whirlwind of activity. Executive orders flew, policies were rewritten, and the world watched as the United States embarked on a bold new economic experiment. The goal? To make America great again 2.0. Trump, a master negotiator, knew that to revitalise the American economy, he needed to play his cards right. His strategy? A three-pronged approach designed to inject liquidity into the market and unleash the power of American innovation. First, he tackled the national debt. Through a series of strategic refinancing deals, Trump managed to secure lower interest rates and extend the debt maturity, freeing up trillions of dollars in the process. This wasn't just about saving money, it was about putting capital back into the hands of American businesses and investors. Next came trade. Trump, the self-proclaimed tariff man, surprised everyone by announcing a series of tariff reductions, particularly with key allies. Lower tariffs meant lower prices for consumers, increased trade, and a boost to the overall economy. Finally, Trump set his sights on the Federal Reserve. He appointed a team of economic advisors known for their dovish stance on interest rates, effectively pressuring the Fed to keep rates low. Lower interest rates meant more borrowing, more investment, and ultimately more economic growth. The world watched closely as Trump unveiled the US Crypto Strategic Reserve, a decision that reverberated through the global financial markets. For the first time ever, a major nation had officially acknowledged digital assets as a strategic reserve asset, on par with gold and foreign currencies. The initial composition of the reserve was revealing. Bitcoin, the pioneering cryptocurrency, formed the cornerstone of the reserve, with the US already holding a substantial amount seized from illicit activities. Ethereum, the platform driving the decentralized web, was also included, acknowledging its potential to transform finance and technology. Solana, known for its speed and scalability, and Cardano, celebrated for its security and rigorous development, were also part of the mix, indicating America's interest in the next wave of blockchain technology. Speculation was rife about which other cryptocurrencies might be included. Some speculated about Hedera Hashgraph, a US-developed platform with a focus on enterprise and government applications. Others pointed to Near Protocol, a platform known for its scalability and potential to power the decentralized future. The message was unmistakable. America was making a significant bet on crypto, and the world was paying attention. Raoul Pal, the renowned macro investor and a keen observer of the crypto market, had been predicting this moment for years. His theory, dubbed the banana zone, suggested that the massive global liquidity unleashed by central banks in response to the COVID-19 pandemic would inevitably find its way into risk assets, and crypto, being the ultimate risk-on asset, would be a prime beneficiary. Powell drew parallels to 2017, Trump's first year in office, when a similar confluence of factors, tax cuts, deregulation, and a weakening dollar had fueled Bitcoin's meteoric rise. This time, however, the stage was set for something even bigger. With the US government now officially embracing crypto, the floodgates were open. Institutional investors who had previously been hesitant to dip their toes into the volatile world of crypto now had the green light. Pension funds, endowments, and even sovereign wealth funds began exploring allocations to digital assets. The banana zone was no longer just a theory, it was becoming a reality. Bitcoin, which had been trading around $50,000 before Trump's announcement, surged past $90,000. And analysts were predicting a move towards $300,000 or even higher. The crypto market was on fire, and the world was watching in awe. The global response to America's crypto revolution was a blend of enthusiasm, concern, and outright opposition. Allies like Japan and the United Kingdom, already delving into blockchain technology, viewed America's move as a validation and intensified their own crypto efforts. China, on the other hand, was not pleased. The People's Bank of China, already vying for digital currency dominance with its digital yuan, condemned America's move as reckless and destabilizing. Ironically, China was rumored to be one of the largest holders of Bitcoin, having seized billions of dollars worth of the cryptocurrency in crackdowns on exchanges and mining operations. Russia, under Western sanctions, saw an opportunity in America's crypto revolution. The Kremlin announced it was considering adding Bitcoin to its reserves, a move seen as a way to bypass sanctions and reduce reliance on the US dollar. Emerging markets, especially in Latin America and Africa, where access to traditional financial services was limited, saw crypto as a potential game changer. El Salvador, which had already adopted Bitcoin as legal tender, became a beacon of hope for crypto enthusiasts worldwide. The institutional floodgates open. With the United States government's endorsement, the institutional floodgates opened wide. Wall Street, always keen on seizing opportunities, dove headfirst into the crypto market. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and other financial titans launched crypto trading desks and custody services, meeting the rising demand from institutional clients. Pension funds, traditionally conservative, began exploring digital assets, lured by the promise of high returns in a low-yield environment. Even sovereign wealth funds, managing trillions in national reserves, started to venture into the crypto space. The influx of institutional capital ushered in a new era of legitimacy and maturity for the crypto market. Prices, once notorious for their volatility, began to stabilize, and the market infrastructure matured, making it easier and safer for institutions to engage. Section 7, Crypto at the Helm. Trump's crypto revolution wasn't just about boosting the United States economy. It was about reshaping the global financial order. By embracing crypto, the United States was challenging the dominance of the US dollar, the world's reserve currency for nearly a century. The implications were profound. A world where cryptocurrencies played a central role in global finance was a world where the United States, despite its dwindling economic dominance, could exert significant influence. It was a world where the balance of power could shift away from traditional institutions like the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank towards a more decentralized and democratized financial system. The rise of crypto also had the potential to reshape geopolitics. Countries like Russia and Iran, seeking to circumvent US sanctions, saw crypto as a lifeline. Emerging markets, long marginalized by the traditional financial system, saw an opportunity to level the playing field. Section 8: Challenges and Opportunities in a Crypto-Powered Future. The path forward for crypto is filled with both challenges and opportunities. Volatility, regulation, and the risk of illicit activities remain significant concerns. Governments worldwide are struggling to find the right balance in regulating this emerging asset class, aiming to foster innovation while ensuring investor protection and preventing financial crimes. Despite these hurdles, the potential benefits of crypto are too significant to overlook. For the United States, it represents an opportunity to reassert its leadership in global innovation and finance. Globally, it offers a chance to build a more equitable, transparent, and accessible financial system. The legacy of Trump's crypto revolution. The first 100 days of Trump's second term were merely the prologue. The crypto revolution he ignited was still in its infancy, and its full impact on the global stage was yet to unfold. One thing was undeniable: the world was watching closely, and the future of finance was forever altered. Trump, the consummate showman, had once again shattered expectations and etched his name into the annals of history. Whether his crypto gamble would yield long-term success remained an open question. But one thing was certain: the world was stepping into a new era, one where cryptocurrencies took center stage, and the rules of the game were being rewritten. The legacy of Trump's crypto revolution was just beginning to be penned.